Hey everyone, in this video, we're going to do a test drive review of the all-new 2024 Toyota Grand Highlander Hybrid XLE. That's right, I'm going to take this very large 8-passenger hybrid Toyota SUV out for a spin, test drive it, and let you know what the feel is like, what you can expect if you're wanting or looking at owning a Grand Highlander Hybrid XLE. Now, with wait times still where they are and inventory still not where it used to be once before, you will still have to wait for a Grand Highlander Hybrid, whether it's an XLE, Limited, or Platinum. So having the option to test drive one is incredibly rare, which is why I'm doing this video for you guys, so you can know what to expect. Oh, and also, this video is sponsored by NordVPN. Okay, first things first, when you hop in on the interior, you will notice that you are greeted with a very grand entrance. You've got a lot of space here when it comes to comfort and when it comes to the overall driver seating. You've got plenty of storage. You've got very large cup holders here. Look at the size of this water bottle that I've got here. This thing is huge and fits perfectly. You've got your wireless phone charger. Everything's very nice and conveniently set up and laid out. You got a very large touch screen with the optically bonded glass featuring your wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It's got your latest multimedia from Toyota, but very convenient layout. So let's get this thing started and I'll tell you exactly how it feels. All right, so when you start up the vehicle, you'll notice that everything's quite digital in terms of the screen here, the multi-information display system specifically. Right now, it is featuring your battery hybrid indicator to let you know exactly what's going on in terms of when it's in charge, when it's in eco, when you're using mainly your combustion engine. That's when it'll be in the power. It gives you your eco score. These two little red lines here at the bottom are actually part of your TSS 3.0. That's right, this vehicle is equipped with Toyota's latest safety sense, which is TSS 3.0, and that basically lets you know that your brakes are being pressed, which they are. I currently have my foot on the brake pedal for whatever reason, but when I take my foot off the brake, you see what happens. So why is that a feature? Why is that important? Well, part of some of the safety equipment built into TSS 3.0 includes features like slowing down your vehicle in the event that it needs to be assisting you in driving or slowing down in general. So to have something like two red lines lets you know that it's you stopping the vehicle. When it's not on, that means if you're slowing down or the vehicle is stopping, it's your TSS 3.0 that has been kicked in. All right. Let's get ourselves going. So, prior to this Grand Highlander, I actually did drive a non-Grand Highlander, and surprisingly I was very shocked at how this didn't really feel like you were going too large up in terms of space and size, but actually you do gain quite a bit of space all around in terms of interior, in terms of cargo, in terms of seating, storage compartments. Like, this thing is just massive. The perfect word for it is grand. So we're gonna try to get onto a little bit of a stretch here so we can gauge what the responsiveness is on the pedal so far for this 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine. It's definitely doing its job. I've got it up to about 47 kilometers an hour right now. Nothing crazy. You can convert that over to miles for anyone in the US watching. I will note that it does feel like you're driving something heavy, something that has a lot of weight to it, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think driving a vehicle of this size, you'd want to feel that. So in terms of performance, it drives perfectly fine. In terms of acceleration, I know there's a lot of consumers out there very hesitant on anything 4-cylinder when it comes to an SUV, but you're not having any kind of lag on something like this on the Grand Highlander. So far, this has been very responsive in terms of acceleration. All right, let's keep going and see exactly what the acceleration specifically feels like here on this Grand Highlander Hybrid and what the gas pedal feels like. So I gotta say, I just easily hit almost 70 kilometers an hour without any hesitation, without really pushing the gas pedal. And the whole trip from 0 to 70 was very smooth and quite quiet also, I would say, being that it's a 4-cylinder hybrid engine. You would expect that, or at least I would. But this is very comfortable to drive. You've got plenty of shoulder room, arm room, leg room, head room. I'm a big guy, I'm 6'2", and there's a lot of room here to play. So the comfort level is definitely improved, or there is an improvement, I should say, when comparing this against the non-Grand Toyota Highlander. Plenty of space, plenty of power. Now, I will say you want to give yourself a little bit extra time to brake with this one, just because, like I said, it's a large SUV. You're braking, you're trying to stop something that's pretty much the size of a Toyota Sienna, which is a large family minivan. This is one of our largest Toyota SUVs. So the hybrid system does help to slow the vehicle down a little bit better and easier. You've got the engine braking going on. You've got the hybrid system working for you. And it is not difficult to stop the vehicle, but like I said, you really feel the presence of the weight of this vehicle underneath the gas pedal and the brake pedal. That's one comment I wanted to make, but it's not necessarily anything bad. Just something that you can notice. Now, currently for this vehicle, I'm working on a fuel economy average of about 10.5 liters per 100, an eco score of about 75, and an EV driving ratio of about 56%. Now, I don't need gas right now. I'm about 2 ticks away from full with a distance until empty range of about 421 kilometers. You can convert that to miles for you guys in the States. But if I did need gas, it would take me about 60 seconds or so to fill up that 65-liter gas tank. And in the same amount of time, I'm going to tell you about NordVPN. All right, so in the world of heavy technology, it's always important to feel and to be protected, which is why it's great to have a VPN from NordVPN, similar to this Grand Highlander Hybrid having its Toyota Safety Sense 3.0. It's the latest and best safety sense, similar to the NordVPN. It's the latest and the best. Let me tell you about it. All right, so some of the added benefits from specifically NordVPN are benefits like the threat protection shields, which shield you from malware, trackers, ads, and so on. And this threat protection also informs you of any vulnerabilities in your apps. With NordVPN, you've got 24/7 customer support to help you whenever and wherever you need help. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee for all users, dedicated apps for all major platforms, and one account protects up to 6 different devices. NordVPN also gives you the option of a dark web monitor, which notifies you if someone leaks your credentials, Also, you've got the benefit of MeshNet, which allows you to securely connect remote devices. Oh, and if you're looking to get yourself NordVPN, make sure you use the promotional link that they hooked me up with, which is found in the description below. So everyone, help make yourself feel protected and secure by getting yourself something like NordVPN and by considering the Grand Highlander 2024 with the Toyota Safety Sense 3.0. You get the best of the best. You get 8-passenger, you get the latest safety sense, you get the hybrid system, hybrid powertrain system, fantastic driving quality and responsiveness. And going back to my fuel economy, here's what the fuel economy rating is for the Grand Highlander Hybrid XLE specifically, and some other specifications. So if you're talking about the horsepower, this 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine puts out 243 horsepower. It can tow up to 3,500 pounds. This comes with a 65 liter gas tank. The average liter per 100 city and highway combined is actually rated at about 7 liters per 100, which translates to about 40 miles per gallon. Now, in terms of turning radius, well, let's take a look and see. So from when the wheel is straight, you've got about a turn and a half on the steering wheel, which it's not giving you the sharpest and most advanced turning radius. So getting in and out of tighter spots, you're gonna have to be a little bit more patient with the Grand Highlander. You might have to find yourself going from drive to reverse to wedge in or out of any kind of tight situation, because turning radius wise, I mean, again, going back to its size, it's expected. Turning radius is not huge when compared to some of our other Toyota vehicles, but again, going with the size, you've got to expect something like that. Now, this is something that's pretty cool. This is your energy flow monitor, which you can leave on as you're driving. And what it does is it lets you know what is happening with your hybrid powertrain system. So it'll let you know when your electric hybrid motor is being used to drive the vehicle, when your combustion engine is being used to drive the vehicle, when regenerative braking is taking place. So for example, if I were to accelerate a little bit and then brake, you would see that the power is being sent back to the battery and recharges it, which is why this is a great alternative to something like an electric vehicle. I hope you enjoyed this video and review. We'll catch you in the next one, guys. Take care.